Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to episode number 11 of the FC24 Youth Academy series with Charlton Athletic. So, last episode was kind of crazy. We didn't win a single game, but we actually improved in our finishing a lot. We scored a lot of goals, and for some reason, our defense wasn't able to create as many quality performances as our attack. So, it ended up being a lot of points dropped, and still, we're searching for that first victory since Grimsby Town over here. Um, so hopefully today is going to be different. We're going to be able to score as much as we have been, and also go back to our defensive displays. I've actually made a change to finishing in the game settings. I've changed the finishing to precision instead of manual. For some reason, it was on manual, which explains so much of why we struggled so much in finishing for so long in this series. So we've changed that, and hopefully things are going to be a lot more consistent now. All right, taking a look at the player of the episode last time out, it was Abelard and Yeni. He was responsible for so much in our attack last episode with a lot of goals and even some assists. Just overall great play, just showing why he's one of the better players in this team. Let's take a look at his stats too. Yeah, he's our top scorer and our top assister, so we're heavily dependent on this guy. We've increased his finishing, his strength, his short passing, and his long passing by 1. And if that seems like a lot, it's only because I have felt that the current upgrades that we have going are not enough, especially for some of the lower overall players like Finn Geach here. I've increased, last time out he was 41 overall, now he's 43. I increased it because, he's just never going to be able to be a long-term option for us if we're not aggressive in our upgrades for players with really, really low overall. And Finn Geach deserves it. He's been one of the best players in the team for sure. Probably been our best midfielder, but yeah, now he's 43 overall. I think it's completely fair. So yeah, just getting back to Nyeni, that's again +1 in strength, finishing, short pass, and long pass. And just to recap on the new format for this series going forward, for the time being, every episode is going to cover a month's worth of games, but only 2 of those games are going to be fully live commentary games, while the others are going to be post commentary with just the very key highlights shown. So for this episode, we're going to be taking on Mansfield Town, who are 9th, and Notts County, who are top of the league currently. So Swindon, Sutton, and Crawley are going to be 3 games that we play with post commentary. You guys are going to be seeing the key highlights from those games. All right, so this is the team to take on Swindon at home. Swindon are 19th place right now. So hopefully, based off of our attacking performance last week, we're able to put on a lot of pressure at their goal and hopefully just score enough goals to get the 3 points here. It's Charlton versus Swindon. All right, here's the first chance we have in this Swindon game. I'll let you know right now, it's kind of a hectic one. Got Kane scoring here immediately in the center. There was nothing Anamdi could have done. It's just bad defensive positioning. And here's some more for you if you weren't satisfied. Young is able to bring the score to 2-0. It's not even 30 minutes into the game. You can see on my face how disappointed I am. Here goes another chance for Swindon. Namdi saves it decently there, but looking to score, bring this game closer to tying or even winning perhaps, but Yenny couldn't do it, and Swindon make it 3-0 before halftime. One of the worst defensive displays that we've seen so far yet, and actually have a chance here, and Yenny takes that chance from Taverner's cross, and here's a penalty. And Yenny's going to step up for this, of course. We can always rely on him, and that actually crosses the line. It's 2-3, guys. Over 20 minutes to play here in regulation time. Can Yenny score to bring it level? He can. I was very, very excited about this one, guys. Yenny was there to save us and just couldn't bring us to victory for this one, but we'll absolutely take a point. We were absolutely in the jaws of defeat there, and Yenny saved us. He's such a great player for us. Alright, so Callum Manning actually got injured in that game against Swindon, and he'll be out for 4 weeks, which is really unfortunate because he's been growing a lot in his game, and he's been a pretty great asset for us, so we're going to miss him. We're kind of lower numbers in midfield as well, so our other players are going to have to step up. All right, so moving on from that absolutely insane game against Swindon, we're going to have to rotate a lot here. That was only 2 days before this game, so most of the players are going to have to sit on the bench that started. We're going to have to rotate in Haryu and Yusula there, Tanner, the debut in midfield. The back line's kind of the same. Vendorlin's able to play again. We have Namdi in net, of course. Fullbacks completely rotated as well. Cahol back in the starting lineup. We're just going to have to play much better defensively. We have to be a lot smarter, more alert, and our positioning has to improve so much. It's Sutton United versus Charlton Athletic. All right, guys, here is the Sutton game, and immediately, as you can see, Finn Geach taking that chance, kind of got lucky there, but his positioning is it's almost second to none in the team, to be honest. He's so great at finding himself in the right spaces at the right time, and there he goes with the second. This guy's been so good for us, guys. Namdi there with a very good save, to be honest. And Gahol's cross there. Cramsey makes it 3-0 before halftime. We're absolutely flying here in our attack this episode. This one was really fun to record, guys. And here's Madigan. That's really lucky. Again, we get a fourth before the 60th minute, guys. Again, just great positioning by midfield. We're absolutely all over Sutton. And take a look at that cross, guys. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it was onside. Yusula with the best delivery we've seen yet the entire series. And again, Finn Geach in the right place at the right time to make it a hat-trick for himself. And Haryu here just to add more salt to the Sutton's wound. It's 6-0. The most dominant display we've had as of yet. We've got even more action here. It's going to be a red card for the Sutton player. I wasn't actually sure if he was booked already. But it's a straight red for Lewis John here. Nevison steps up for the free kick. And it's very close. Sutton's keeper got there. And in the end, it's going to stay 6-0. But what a battering. And Finn Geach, special player. Wow, back-to-back hat-tricks. Alright, so that last game was pretty insane. Finally, we scored. We got a win for the first time in ages. And we're looking to improve on that. Our bench showed up. Our rotated players came in and they did such a job. That was a special game. That was so good. Just a quick note on Tanner, the Liechtenstein midfielder in that last game. We've changed his name to Jacopo Durian here because we had forgotten to actually edit his name before. So this is now his name going forward. Alright, taking a look at our opponents for our first fully live commentary game of this episode. It's Mansfield Town. They're in 8th place. We're very close to them in the league. We're coming off our best performance in the series in this season so far. So we're looking for everything from this game. And this is the starting 11 for this game. And Yenny's up top there. We've got Nivison left wing. Musiev actually on the right. We've got both of our starting fullbacks back in their positions. We've got Kana at left center back for Van Dorland. Dorian maintains his spot in midfield. And Madigan and Geach, of course, for the other midfield spots. It's Charlton Athletic versus Mansfield Town. We showed in that last game that we can do anything to anyone. On the left wing here for Mansfield. They've looked good on the wings, but we've dealt with it so far. Taverner does well. Be breaking here. Here's Musayev into Nyeni. Oh, he's got so much space ahead of him. This has to result in a shot. Here's Nyeni. Goes for goal, and it's saved. There's something about Dorian that's like very professional. He feels like such a physical player. He's been great to use so far. Oh, that's a great pass. Here's Nivison into Nyeni. Here's Madigan. Has to get a shot off, and he does. Taken so well with such power. We're 1-0 up already in the first half. We've played well so far, and that sequence of passing was just flawless from us. Fabinho found Nivison in behind. He read that run so well. And it was just a matter of 2 passes right there. And an easy finish for Madigan. He's going to find Madigan here, some space. It's crossed to Geach, but it's behind him. And into Musiev with some space and a lot of green in front of him. Can he get this shot off? It's Musayev. Oh, that was clean. Oh, he felt that the pressure of that defender closing out, and he just dribbles inside, drops his shoulder, and just sticks that into the back of the net with enough power. That's a good finish. Finally, Musayev gets on the score sheet. That's halftime already. That was basically the last action of that first half. We've been absolutely on top of Mansfield here. We've been so slick in our passing and very clinical up front. They haven't really had a sniff at our own goal yet, so it's been pretty complete so far. Oh, Durian gets fouled there, and Geach has fouled himself. Mansfield Town are feeling this pressure. They're getting aggressive. Geach played in really well. Oh, and that's an excellent tackle by Cargo. Wow. I'm seeing a knock there on Durian. I've kept him in the game just hoping that it would go away, but it hasn't yet. Musiev gets away, has to cross it to Nyeni. It's just too much power on it. There's Nivison. He's going to go himself, and that's a bad finish, to be honest. There's a Nyeni. You can find Nivison in here. It's going to be a one-on-one. And there's Nivison, and it's not a good finish. This is not good. That's not good. That's a shot. Namdi saves it. Skiller done. Van Dorlin does well. Finds Vid for some space here. Just a bad touch, to be honest. But Nyeni wins the ball for himself. Here's a Nyeni. And that's just an easy goal. Good pressure there by the forward. Dispossesses the Mansfield defender. And it's just a one-on-one that he's always just going to tuck into the back of the net. And that's full time. Good performance by the boys. Look at them celebrating. They know how much this means to everyone involved at the club. We've been so much better this episode. And a lot of it is thanks to this man right here, Abelard Nyeni, who just continues to perform for us. Good win. And just to confirm, that injury that Durian suffered in that game is a sprained knee, so he's going to be out for a month, which is so disappointing because he's been so solid. Here we go, guys. This is what we've been waiting for. All 3 scouting reports are ready for us to view, so let's get into this. All right, first up from Georgia, we got this player with bad overall and bad potential. Is going to reject instantly. Our standards have increased as time has gone on this season. Got Adam Shengelia here. Bad overall, better potential. Not convinced by him, and it's kind of the same here for this other player too. This might be the first scouting report where we just reject it and we continue to scout in this country. Next up is Croatia. We have Pavle Jelovic here. Okay overall, a better potential. Looks pretty solid. Looks to be a center back or maybe a fullback. So we're going to sign him up for the potential. Next up is this guy here. Bad overall, pretty bad potential. Looks like he's going to be midfielder, but to be honest, he looks more like a winger or striker. We could reposition him, but I don't think his overall would improve that much, so we're going to reject him. Alright, next up, Mirko Jelovic here. Overall could be worse, technically. Potential is definitely alarming, though. There's not much of a ceiling there, so we're going to reject him as well. And lastly, we have Viktor Jelovic here. He's a keeper. Not the best overall. We've already got Winblad as a backup to Namdi, so we're going to reject this guy too. Alright, next up, we got another keeper here in Bolivia, Nicolas Vega. Bad overall, but a pretty good potential, so we will sign him up for that. Next is Iago Vidal here. His overall is actually okay, and his potential is pretty okay as well, so I think we'll be signing him up. Marcos Mancia here, not a good overall and a very bad potential, so we'll be rejecting him. And lastly, Lino Guerrero here has a bad overall, not the best potential, so it's going to be a reject as well. Alright, so we have a promotion here from our youth academy. It's Walid Alian from Jordan. We needed to make space, and he was one of the best players in the youth academy in terms of overall. Stats are pretty good. He's actually got good dribbling for a defender, so looking forward to using him soon. Alright, just to go over our new scouting regions, we've got Lucas Townsend scouting Cyprus for physically strong, as well as Stanley Barker scouting Iran for physically strong as well. And we've got Thomas Helgerson staying in Georgia for another month to get us at least one player from that country. All right, next up, we have another game that we're just going to be showing the key highlights for, and I'll see you guys in post commentary for it. Just to go over the game briefly, though, it's away from home against Crawley Town, who are dead last in this league. But we know we've had experience of having to deal with some danger from teams at the bottom of the table. But this is the team. We've got Vidforce at left wing starting, Guan Yu on the right. Kielstra starts up top. Cimetiere, Madigan, and Geach coming in. Unfortunately, Durian is injured for a month. Got Cramsey coming in at left back. Evan Dorland, Nahola, and Taverner for the rest of the defense. And Winblad actually features in the net for the first time this episode. It's Crawley Town versus Charlton Athletic. Alright guys, here is the Crawley game, and Kielstra had a chance here in the 17th minute, 18th minute to bring us 1-0. It's not going to matter, though, because Cimetiere is going to absolutely lay that on a silver platter for him. He's absolutely got to take that one. It's already 1-0 for us. Here's Cimetiere. He's having a good game here. He was a great asset for us this game, and I feel like his game has grown recently. And here's an insane chance. Goes absolutely begging. Crawley need to be taking that. Got straight back into more action. Here's Finn Geach. He's able to take that chance from the assist by Kielstra. Geach has been absolutely on fire this episode. And yet again, we kind of get away with one there. It could be 2-2 if things were just slightly different. And Kielstra goes for the overhead kick. I thought it was going to be a goal. But Crawley Town actually take this crazy chance. Goes top bins the near post. Kind of disappointed in Winblad there. And then even more disappointed in that chance there. You can see it on my face. Again, just couldn't believe that was a goal. And there, Finn Geach had the chance to bring us all 3 points there. Couldn't take it. Here's another chance. Cramsey, it's saved by the keeper. And it's going to be 2 points dropped. It's 1 point earned, but it is 2 points dropped in my eyes. Just disappointed we couldn't get all 3 points there. Right, so this is going to be the last game of this episode, and it's also going to be the last fully live commentary game of the episode. It's against first place Notts County, so there's a reason it's getting the full coverage. And this is the team that we're putting out. And Yenny starting up front. Usla gets to start on left wing after that promising debut. We got Gahol back. Taverner Fibinia as fullbacks. Kana Naholo as a center back pair. Namdi in the net, and then we have Cimetiere, Madigan, and Geach left unchanged from the last game. It's Charlton Athletic versus Notts County. Tries to find Nyeni in behind, but he gets another chance here. Here's Nyeni. Finds Gahol. Has to go near post, and Stone saves that well. Gahol's corner. Oh, it was well taken. Stone got a hand to it. Let it onto his post. County. Oh, Taverner. Kana. Oh, it does so well. County, got to be careful. Here's Palmer. Gets a shot off. Can we clear this? Looks like we can. We need more space. The ball out to Usla. Successful. He can find Nyeni here. Here's Nyeni. Goes for goal. It's off target, but barely. Not going to get many chances like that, and that's so close. It's actually found Nyeni into Geach and back to Nyeni, and it's wide again. Poor finishing so far in this game. Ooh, Cimetiere wins that ball so excellently. There's Usula into Geach. Gets his shot in, but it's blocked really well. But we have to be careful with our positioning and our defensive structure. It's Crowley. It's McGoldrick looking to get a shot off. Kana blocks really well there. That's the break there. Half-time. Some poor finishing from us. Probably should have scored already. And Notts County looked dangerous in their counter-attack. Can find Fabinia here on the left wing. Usula. Back here to Madigan. Goes for shot. It's Taverner. It's a Gahol. Nyeni. Cimetiere goes for goal, but it's straight at Stone. Taverner. Can find Gahol again. Looking to beat his man. He beats two. Here's Gahol. Goes for goal. Gets another chance. Keeper saved it right in front of Gahol. The second chance is so lucky with the rebound. And it's basically an open net there for Gahol. He deserved something at the end of that play, though. He showcased some great dribbling to beat two players. Could have tried to pass it there, but tried to finesse it straight back at him, and it's a goal for us here. Forward goes inside. Here's Madigan into Nyeni. What a wonderful pass. And here's a Nyeni with the finesse shot. Couldn't find the corner. It was too close to Stone. Madigan. Heavy corner. Almost found Kana there, but Stone does well yet again. He's been good. Get free of his man. He does so brilliantly here. Ooh, it almost found Geach there. It was such great play, but it was better defending. Gets fouled. Doesn't matter. Here's Geach with a cross into Nyeni. What can we do here? We need to be careful. Our midfield's collapsing. They're not coming back. There's no support from our midfield here. You just knew it was always going to happen. How many times have we conceded in the last 5 minutes of the game? I'm done with it. I'm almost going to change the difficulty because I know this game likes to do this on Ultimate and Legendary. They stopped our midfield from defending. Our midfield never does that through the first 82 minutes of the game. But once it hits that point, our midfield just stops. Nothing else to say that I haven't said already. It's just unfair. Alright guys, that's going to wrap this particular episode up. Apart from that last game against Notts County and the obvious scripting from the game, we've had a good episode. We got 2 wins. Finally, first victories in a very long time, and that Sutton game was something special. We don't get a single loss here in this episode either, so I think we're climbing up the table. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. Leave any suggestions in the comments about the series. I might be changing the post commentary to just shortened live commentary because the editing might be delaying some of these episodes. But regardless, make sure to stay tuned for the next episode.